the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fantastic, George. Thank you.
The 2026 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Tonight, the Strasburg Express hosts their North Division rivals, the Front Royal Cardinals. And good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutshaw. Glad to be with you here tonight. This game was slated to start at 6 o'clock, but here we are coming up on 8 o'clock. A threat of rain and storms throughout the area this evening, so we had been in a holding pattern for a good while and had some issues getting the tarp out as well. We'll tell you about that here in a little while. So the Express at 6-4 hosting the 4-8 Front Royal Cardinals, and Donovan Whitfield gets a start tonight for Strasburg. Donovan is a 6'5" right-hander, 205 pounds, out of Norfolk State. He hails from Herndon, Virginia. And he is making his third start of the year. He enters with no record, 5 innings, 3 hits. He's allowed a run, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.80. And the lineup he will face tonight for the Front Royal Cardinals, leading off and playing short, it's Ty Mercado. Batting second is Danny Orr, the right fielder. Batting third, Joseph Montgomery. He is the center fielder. Batting fourth is Sang-Woon Jeon, the DH. Batting fifth, the catcher for Front Royal, Jack Fitzpatrick. Batting sixth is Jack Thomas, the second baseman. Batting seventh, Jonathan Mason, the first baseman. Wanjae Chu will play left and bat eighth, and batting ninth tonight for the Cardinals, number 14, the third baseman, Sean Andrade. And the first pitch of the game is a strike at 7:54, and we're underway here tonight. Strasburg coming off of a win last night against the Winchester Royals. It was their third win of the year against Winchester. It was a 7-4 victory. That pitch misses to Ty Mercado, and the count is 1-1. Mercado awaits, and he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So Mercado originally listed as number 10, wearing a different number now. Excuse me, he's wearing number 10 now. He was listed as a different number, 55. He's at a Hartford Community College, 5'8" right-hander from Ocean View, New Jersey. 2 balls and 2 strikes to lead off man. And that's in the dirt, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Front Royal enters play with a team batting average of .226, which is toward the bottom of the Valley League. 3-2, and that is high, ball 4, and a leadoff walk to start the game here tonight.
Now batting from the University of Maryland, Baltimore, right fielder number 34, Danny Orr.
Leadoff walk to start the game. Here's Danny Orr, the right fielder. Orr enters hitting .308, second on the team in average. 1 double, 4 RBIs. He's also walked 4 times and been hit by a pitch once. Whitfield looking to get back in the zone after getting ahead 0-2 to the leadoff man. And that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Whitfield has been good this year. If you have one knock on him, it's the walks. He does have quite a few, but ground ball here can clean things up for him in this first inning. 0-1. Big jump at first. He goes back, and that is belted into right center field toward the gap. It will be cut off out there nicely, fired into the cutoff man, and holding at third is Mercado. A double for Danny Orr. That is his second double of the season. And the Cardinals in business early, second and third, and nobody out.
Villanova, number 1, Joseph Montgomery.
Good piece of hitting there from Danny Orr. Brings up the 3-hole hitter, Joseph Montgomery. Comes in hitting .257. 1 double, 1 triple, 3 runs driven in. This is his 12th game played of the year, leading the team in that number. That pitch is a strike. And it is 0-1. So Whitfield's going to work from the windup. The infield is playing back, so they'll surrender a run for an out if they can get it. 0-1. Breaking ball, he was fooled. Waving a miss, 0-2. And just one thing to point out is Whitfield pitched against Front Royal last time they played, so a lot of these guys are going to be familiar with him, albeit he only went 2 or 3 innings in that start. He's way ahead here. See if he can put him away. You don't want to give him anything too good to hit. 0-2. And a breaking ball, wave and a miss. 3 pitches and a strikeout for Whitfield, as Montgomery just couldn't lay off the soft stuff, and there's 1 out, and here's the dangerous Sangwoon Jian.
Number 23, Sangwoon Jian.
Jian, the leading hitter on this Front Royal team at .370. He's 10 for 27, 3 doubles, a home run, 13 RBIs. He hit a home run here last time these two teams played. The first pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Jian has been swinging it well for the Cardinals, and that's why he's in the 4 spot here tonight. 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to first, stopped by the first baseman. Throw to first, Whitfield gets there in time, and that is the second out of the inning. A run comes in to score, and it's 1-0. Jian was sitting on the fastball and smoked it to first base, but a heck of a diving play over there by McGowan for the second out of the inning. It's 1-0 Front Royal after the leadoff walk.
Number 31, Jack Fitzpatrick.
Took a really good play to get him out there. That ball was smoked. Here's Fitzpatrick, the catcher. Jack hitting a $125, and he takes a strike, 0-1. See, a lot of these hitters are geared up for that fastball, and then they get that breaking ball, and they're fooled. There it is again, but he lays off. 1-1. Again, a lot of weather, a threat for weather in the area this evening, but we play on here. 1-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss, got the fastball by him. Whitfield does have a lively 4-seam fastball, and really see him at his best when he's using that breaking ball from the limited time that we've seen him, using that breaking ball and elevating the fastball up and out of the zone. Pitch is hard to lay off of and hard to get a piece of. There's a fastball high, and it misses 2-2. So he went with that fastball and couldn't get the swing and miss. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Fitzpatrick. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out, and that'll do it here in the top of the first. Leadoff walk comes back to score for the Cardinals with 1 hit. They leave 1 at third. We go to the bottom of the first. Express coming up to bat, and they'll face the right-hander Dylan Henshaw from Stony Brook when we return. 1-0 Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the first. Dylan Henshaw gets the baseball tonight for the Cardinals, and he'll face the leadoff man, Colton Swartz. First pitch here in the bottom of the first is a called strike, 0-1. Swartz, the second baseman from the University of Florida. Colton made his debut yesterday, 0-1. Swing and a miss, big hack. No connection, 0-2. Colton hails from Jupiter, Florida, 6'1" right-hander, 200 pounds. 0-2. That's low, 1-2. Rest of the lineup for Strasburg. Batting second is Tanner Waldrop, the third baseman. Batting third is the first baseman, Marshall McGowan. Batting fourth, the cleanup man and DH, Caden Haywood. Batting fifth is Madden Williams, the left fielder. 1-2 to Swartz, grounded left side. It's a base hit through the hole. And a leadoff single, just as he did last night, to start it here in the bottom of the first. First hit of the game for the Express.
Third baseman from Auburn University, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
Wade Shelley, center fielder, batting sixth tonight for Strasburg. Batting seventh, Tommy Kerwin, the shortstop. Batting eighth is Andrew Stanson, the catcher. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Braden Knapp. Here is Tanner Waldrop, the third baseman from Auburn. Also made his debut yesterday. He swings and misses. It's 0-1. Waldrop came up with a big-time hit last evening in that sixth inning where the Express were able to go ahead. You had a 2-out, 2-strike, 0-2 hit from the batter. Waldrop also had a 2-run homer by Madden Williams, so he gets another start tonight. Quickly 0-2 to Tanner Waldrop. Waldrop hails from Auburn, Alabama. Check to first and diving back in safely is Swartz. The Express enter play tonight with 21 stolen bases. They've been caught 6 times. 0-2. Waldrop takes up and away. Defense tonight behind Henshaw, the right-hander. In the outfield, Joe in left, Montgomery in center, Ords in right, Andrade at third, Mercado at short, Thomas at second, Mason at first, and Fitzpatrick's doing the catching. 1-2 to Waldrop. Swing and a foul back. Numbers on the year for this right-hander Henshaw. He's got the second lowest ERA, qualifying ERA, actually the second lowest ERA on the team at 0.87. This is his third start. He's gone 10 in the third, 4 hits allowed, 1 run, 5 walks, and 11 strikeouts. 1-2. Swinging another foul ball out of play. We want to thank everyone for joining us tonight later than we expected. This was supposed to be a 6 o'clock start, but we got started tonight at 7:54. Appreciate everyone joining us, Facebook and YouTube. We've got more games to play, a lot more this coming week. That is Inside Nearly Hit, and we're back here again tomorrow night for a makeup game against Harrisonburg. So more home games, and speaking of home games, Strasburg, they've been really good at home and not so good at on the road. They're 5-0 at home. They're just 1-4 on the road. 2-2, that is laced to first, past the first baseman's glove and into right field. And this is going to be extra bases for Waldrop. Holding at third is Schwartz. That was a heck of a screamer there. First baseman Mason tried to reach up and get a glove on it, but by the time he did, it was too late. That had some serious exit velocity on it. Back-to-back hits to start here for the Express in the bottom of the first on an absolute screamer from the Strasburg third baseman out of Auburn, Tanner Waldrop. So second and third, nobody out, and here's Marshall McGowan. McGowan, second hitter average-wise on the team, .458, 11 for 24. And he swings and drives one to deep left center, moving to his right and getting there to make the catch out there is Montgomery. Runner tagging from third, runner tagging from second. It's a tie game on a well-hit ball to left center that just stayed in the park out there near the track. RBI for McGowan. That is his 9th of the season. So the first out on a nice running play out there by Montgomery. So runner moves up to third with 1 out. The go-ahead run, and here's Caden Haywood. Marshall McGowan from Western Carolina, and here's another Western Carolina as Caden Haywood hitting .400 takes a strike. He's 12 for 30, has a double, a home run, and 12 runs driven in. 0-1, the pitch. That's down and away on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Single, a double, and a sac fly RBI here in the bottom of the first for the Express. Henshaw looking to limit damage. That's a breaking ball. Called a strike, 1-2. One, two. Swinging a fly to right center field, heading toward the gap, laying out and not making the catch out there. More of a reach by the right fielder Orr. Here's the throw to second. It's cut off, not in time. And an RBI double for Caden Haywood. And just like that, the Express take the lead. It's 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. He drove that. Good effort out there for Orr. He was playing well
Left fielder from Sanford.
off the gap, and he couldn't get there even with the outstretch of the glove. It's 2-1. And here's Madden Williams, the left fielder. Madden, 5'10" righty from Sanford out of Nashville, Tennessee, hit a 2-run homer last night on a line drive to left. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, just 300 feet down the left and right field lines, and to center the deepest part at 365. 1 ball, no strikes to Madden Williams. And he takes away 2-0. So a little bit of a roughing up going on here in this bottom of the first inning for Henshaw. He entered again in 10 in the third innings, allowed just 1 run. So he's allowed 2 already here in this bottom of the first and just 1 out. And it was well struck, 2-0. Williams takes low, 3-0. Wade Shelley, the center fielder from Auburn, on deck. Strasburg enters with a team batting average second best in the league at .284, just a few points behind the Purcellville Cannons. See if Williams has the green light here. He does not, and it's not close to the backstop. Moving to third on the wild pitch is Caden Haywood. So Williams draws the walk. We've got a visit to the mound here, and this gives us a second to talk about the Front Royal uniforms. Strasburg playing the Cardinals tonight, and you would think by looking at the uniforms we're playing the throwback St. Louis Cardinals. They've got the throwback unis. I guess it would be powder blue, considered powder blue tops, and the blue pants as well. And got the red bird across the chest. Never seen the Cardinals, these Cardinals, wear these unis, so I guess these are new for 2026, but definitely unique for sure. Front Royal Cardinals paying tribute to the throwback St. Louis Cardinals here tonight.
Shelley.
First and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Wade Shelley. RBI opportunity, just want to put it in play. Swinging a fly ball to right, foul. Put it on the play, or put it in play, but don't hit into a double play. Scores around the league tonight: Charlottesville and Covington rained out. Stanton beat Harrisonburg 4-3. Top of the 8th, according to our league website, Waynesboro leading Winchester 6-2. That game suspended. 0-1, big lead, and swinging away and fouling it off is Shelley. Williams had that bag stolen easily, but he'll have to retreat. Bottom of the third, Woodstock leading Purcellville 8-4. Top of the third, Culpeper leading Newmarket 3-1. So now quickly 0-2 to Wade Shelley here in an RBI opportunity. Runners at first and third, and he takes up 1-2. Shelley enters play hitting .333, does have 1 RBI. No extra base hits yet. Williams Holds again, and that is swung on and driven. Left field and deep, and his first extra base hit is a home run to left field. Shelley deposits it over the wall and left. A 3-run home run, and the Express lead it 5-1 here in the bottom of the first. Right on cue. He got a breaking ball, and it just spun. So a big effort here in the first inning for Strasburg. As the offense is starting hot again. So 4 hits and 5 runs with just 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Here's Tommy Kerwin, the shortstop from Wofford. Henshaw tries to recompose himself here. That pitch is fouled back, 0-1. So for Shelley, that is RBIs number 2, 3, and 4. Extra base hit number 1, and that is his 9th hit of the season. Kerwin, the batter, hitting .333. He takes low, ball 1. Tommy with a double and a couple of RBIs. Batting in the 7 hole tonight for Strasburg. One. That's outside, 2-1. Well, Cardinals, last thing they're going to have to do is get the bullpen going in the first inning, but pitch count already mounting up there. 27 pitches, just 16 of those for strikes for Henshaw. 2-1. Swinging a drive into left center field, and not getting there is the center fielder as it's going to get past him and head to the wall. It'll be a double for Tommy Kerwin, and the hitting continues here in the first inning for Strasburg. Yet another extra base hit, their 4th extra base hit of the first inning.
Gulf Coast University, number 16, Andrew Stanson.
And Kerwin's into second. As that just split the left center gap. And here's Andrew Stanson, who's trying to get things on track here in 2026. Batting in the 8 hole tonight, doing the catching. Stanson out of Florida Gulf Coast University, 6'2" right-hander. Swinging a liner to second and right at the second baseman. And that is the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs here in the first, it brings up the 9-hole hitter, Braden Knapp. You know, a lot of guys have come to the plate and hit when the first base coach has to have a player come over and take the gear that's been deposited over there, all the different gear that's worn. Knapp takes a ball in the dirt. Braden Knapp enters tonight's game hitting .286, 6 for 21. Couple of doubles, 1 RBI. Runner at second, 2 outs, bottom of the first, 5-1 our score. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Knapp from Camp Community College. That's fouled back, 1-2. Braden out of Centerville, Virginia. So Henshaw a pitch away here from finally ending this first inning. He's over 30 through 2/3 here. 1-2. And a strike 3 called as Knapp goes down looking, and that will do it here in the first. But not before Strasburg sends 9 men to the plate. 5 runs on 5 hits. They leave 1 at second, and we go to the second inning here from First Bank Park. Strasburg leading Front Royal 5-1. We go to the top of the second inning. Strasburg leading 5-1. Cardinals send up Jack Thomas, Jonathan Mason, and Juan J. Chu here in the top of the second. Jack Thomas behind 0-1, and he swings and fouls it out quickly 0-2. Thomas enters hitting .261. A couple of runs driven in. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Nasty early here for Whitfield. That is the third strikeout of the night for him, and there's one out in the second.
Now batting the first baseman from Florida Gulf Coast, number 28, Jonathan Mason.
Here's Jonathan Mason, the first baseman. Mason hitting .214 out of Florida Gulf Coast. He takes a strike. He hails from Bradenton, Florida. A lot of Floridians in the Valley League these days. 0-1. That's low into the backstop, 1-1. According to the weather information, tomorrow high of just 76 degrees here in the area. Really going to have to bring our jackets for tomorrow evening. 1-1. Swing, and that's foul toward the parking lot. And right through the empty space, thankfully. Two very important Hondas out there in the parking lot. Missing all of that. A ball and 2 strikes to Jonathan Mason. Whitfield kicks and deals, and he throws it inside, 2-2. Strasburg team ERA entering tonight coming in at 5.74, which is, I believe, 6th or 7th in the league. Front Royal, 7.14, 2-2. That's low, which I believe is second worst in the league. In 98 1/3 innings entering the game tonight, Front Royal had allowed 78 earned runs, walked 75 men, and hit 25. 3-2. And that is a broken bat, Pfister to third, caught over there by Waldrop as the bat goes flying toward the second base side of the field. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Now batting from New Mexico Military Institute, number 18, Juan J. Cho.
Here's Juan J. Cho, the left fielder tonight for Front Royal. Cho out of New Mexico Military Institute, and he swings and grounds one foul, third base side. It ricochets toward the outfield. Cho listed on the VBL site of being out of South Korea. 6'1" right-hander, 209 pounds. (0-1) Whitfield. The righty delivers, and a fastball is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Cho hitting a $125, 2 for 16. See if Whitfield tries to flip over that breaking ball. He does, and that is hitting the right field. Coming in, sliding, and making the catch out there in right is Braden Knapp. Heck of a play out there by the Strasburg right fielder, robbing Juan J. Chow of a base hit, possibly extra bases. We go to the last of the second. Strasburg coming up again. They'll have the top of the lineup leading 5-1. We go to the bottom of the second. Colton Schwartz leads off. He started the game in the bottom of the first with a single, and he will ground it to first and into the right field, a base hit. He'll have another single, potentially a broken bat single there, as he wastes no time picking up his second hit in 2 tries. Leadoff single again for the Express. That is the 6th hit of the night already.
Number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
Brings up Tanner Waldrop, the third baseman. He doubled back in the first inning, last inning. Came around to score. Big lead and a big jump and a ground ball first base side. It is going to be a fair ball, and heading to second is Schwartz. So that's twice now tonight where Strasburg would have had an easy stolen base, but swinging away, the plays made over there.
22, Marshall McGowan.
And score at 3 unassisted. That's the first out as moving to second is Schwartz. Here's Marshall McGowan. He had a sac fly, RBI to left center his first time up. Struck it well, just didn't have enough to leave the park. The pitch. Breaking ball. Falls in for a strike, 0-1. Henshaw would love to put up a 0 here in this second inning. Keep it right here. 0-1, watch out inside. And it is 1-1. McGowan from Western Carolina University, 6'2", 235 out of Forest City, North Carolina. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And a ground ball, shortstop. Charging Mercado, throw to first in time. And holding at second is Schwartz. Good base running out there, 2 outs. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, it'll bring up Caden Haywood, the DH. He
number 50, Caden Haywood.
Doubled in a run back in the first, scored on the 3-run shot by Wade Shelley. Haywood is a big specimen, 6'6", 255. Wave and a miss, 0-1. Also from Western Carolina University, out of Harrisburg, North Carolina. Tell you, Haywood and McGowan, they've been a pretty solid 3-4 punch in this lineup most of the season. 0-1. That's fouled back, 0-2. So Henshaw a pitch away from getting out of this jam after the leadoff single by Colton Schwartz. 0-2. And a pitch off of the guard, the elbow guard, and it nearly knocked it all the way off. It came undone. So a hit by pitch and an 0-2 count. Or excuse me, a 1-2 count.
Left fielder number 46, Madden Williams.
So we've seen plenty of hit by pitches this year, and that adds to the list. Here's Madden Williams. Walked his first time up and scored on the home run by Shelley. First and second, 2 outs here, bottom of the second. 5-1 Strasburg. Williams takes down an end, ball 1. Madden out of Samford. 1-0. Swinging a broken bat liner to second, caught out there by Thomas. And that will do it in the second. Strasburg has some action out there, but can't get anything across. And they lead it 5-1. We go to the third. We'll have a special guest, special play-by-play announcer, Hunter Trice, will take over for the third when we return here on the Cardinals Express Baseball Network. We go to the top of the third. Strasburg leading 5-1. Want to welcome in Hunter Trice, one of our summer interns this season, and leading up first three of the lineup, it'll be Sean Andrade, Ty Mercado, and Danny Orr as we start the top of the third, and we'll turn it over to Hunter Trice for the top and bottom of the third innings.
And as you can see, that was a ball outside from Donovan Whitfield, excuse me. That pitch is inside, 2-0.
Talk about it all the time. Last thing you want to do, you have a lead and you don't want to walk anybody. So we'll see if Whitfield can stay in the strike zone here, keep mowing through this lineup.
As there is a strike right there, as you said earlier, he can be susceptible to walks. 11 strikeouts on the year, 5 walks. There is a swing and a miss. He was caught out in front, was Andrade.
Whitfield's breaking ball looking very solid tonight, using that and his fastball pretty well, getting a lot of early swings and misses.
And Whitfield deals. There is a bloop single up the middle. So Front Royal leads off with a base hit as Andrade goes to first.
Shortstop, number 10, Ty Mercado.
And now here comes the leadoff man, Mercado, playing shortstop tonight.
Mercado led off the game with a walk, came around to score on the double by Danny Orr.
There's a fly ball into shallow center. We'll see who calls it, and it drops as that made it into the Bermuda Triangle, as they say.
Yeah, tough spot out there for the outfielders. Shortstop heading out, coming in was the left fielder Williams, and he couldn't get there. So good start to the inning here for the Cardinals. Couple of, excuse me, base hits. And they're in the right part of the lineup now.
Now to bat Danny Orr, wearing number 34. He kind of has that Bryce Harper stance from the right side.
Hands held high.
He squares the bunt, and that's a good bunt. Whitfield throws to first. Got him on a close play, but that will move the runners over.
Yeah, bang, bang play there. Heck of a bunt, especially after doubling his first time up. He lays it down here. Whitfield with a really athletic play as he jumps off the mound and just gets him in time. The Cardinals now second and third and one out.
Here is number 1, Joseph Montgomery to the plate. He struck out his first time on the nasty breaking ball. That's a strike outside on the outside corner.
Yeah, you know, Whitfield would love to get another strikeout here. He got out of danger in the first inning, just allowing the one run, but another great opportunity here for the Cardinals to cash in.
Whitfield shakes off the first pitch, and now he deals. There's a foul ball, foul back behind the plate. It is 0-2 to Montgomery. Like you said, Whitfield looking for a big strikeout here to keep the lead at 4.
Yeah, the main thing is, you know, this early in the game, you just want to try to limit damage. If you give up a sac fly or RBI ground out here, that's one thing, but really want to try to prevent this from turning into a long inning. And he's ahead 0-2 and has a chance here to get a punch out.
Righty deals the plate. That ball is high. 1-2.
Yeah, give credit to the Cardinals so far tonight. That high fastball that looks good, but it's hard to get to. They are laying off of it. They just have not been able to do much with the off-speed stuff so far.
Let's see what comes here. There it is, and that ball is driven. That ball is gone. As the Cardinals cut the lead to just 1 here in the third. Yeah, I mean, what a swing right there.
Yep,
Montgomery.
3-run shot there for Montgomery after he struck out his first time up, had him in an 0-2 count, and just left it up. Too much of the plate there, and just like that, a 1-run game.
Like you said, you want to limit the big inning.
Yeah,
Field
that's,
fails on that tonight.
yeah, it's the
but
opposite right there. But again, you got to keep going. You still have a lead if you're Strasburg. You got to get outs here, and you've got a dangerous hitter here in Sangwon Jian, who's got power. We've already seen it this year.
as Whitfield misses low, 1-0.
Well, a couple of excuse me hits, and then the 3-run shot after the sack bunt, setting it up for the Cardinals.
Way out in front. for
Well,
Singway.
one thing we've noticed with Gian
Singway.
so far this year is he loves the fastball. So that's the last thing I'd want to give him. And saw in the first at-bat, he was off balance on the breaking ball, and then he hammered that fastball to first base. Yeah,
Catches him out in front again. We got 1 and 2.
he is sitting straight fastball,
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Dead red.
Yeah, I would have to go back to that soft stuff again. You can get him.
Oh, tried to go back door with the slider.
You know, right idea there from Whitfield, trying to freeze him. Just do not want to give up another mistake pitch here to a guy like this that can make you pay in a big way, especially pull side out of here to right field, 300 feet down the line.
It is a hitter-friendly park. Oh, wanted to offer. But that moves the count full.
Well, now what do you do if you're Whitfield? You try to challenge him with the fastball? I think you have to at this point, but we'll see. You might be able to get him fooled if you throw something soft again.
And he misses down low to give the free pass to big number 23, Sangwon Jian.
So Gian draws the walk,
Pitcher,
and
number 31, Jack Fitzpatrick.
this inning is snowballing here for Whitfield in the Express.
That brings number 31, Jack Fitzpatrick, to the plate. Fitzpatrick behind the dish tonight, catching for Front Royal.
Whitfield would really like to get some outs here, potentially a double play ball. Try to get the catcher to roll one up.
As that ball is fouled to right field, now to play.
One thing's for sure is the ball is flying here tonight. We've seen home run for the Express, home run for the Cardinals. Don't have to worry about too many wall scrapers in this one.
As Whitfield misses away.
Coming up, this will be next pitch will be number 50 here for Donovan. 32 strikes. Running into trouble here in this third inning. 3 runs and still only 1 out.
Big righty sets at the letters. Deals. That's fouled back and out of play again, 1 and 2. He will take the strikeout here as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think he maybe tries to go off speed, maybe towards the outer half of the plate, away from the righty. We will see.
Target is out there.
Oh, and the fastball right by him, foul tipped into the mitt. We got 2 outs here for Whitfield.
Good pitch there from Donovan. He looked like the way the catcher was setting up, he might go off speed, but he just reached back and threw it right by him and gets a second out of the third inning.
And here comes Jack Thomas to the plate. Righty swung and missed on 3 pitches last at bat.
There was a lot of off-speed stuff against him, too.
And right on cue. 0-1. So Whitfield shakes, gets the sign he likes. Big righty deals. That ball is caught at shortstop. What a play right there to end the inning.
Nice leaping catch there to end the half inning, but not before. Front Royal scores 3 runs on 3 hits, and they leave a man on base. We go to the bottom of the third. Strasburg coming to bat again. We'll return after this on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network.
Number 15, Wade Shelley.
Welcome back to Strasburg. 5-4 our score. Express coming to bat for the third time tonight. Turn it back over to Hunter Trice for play-by-play.
Here's Wade Shelley at the plate. He squares the bunt back to the pitcher. And the easy toss over to first. There's one away in the bottom of the third.
Well, Shelley typically a good bunter, but that time it's pretty much an automatic out if the pitcher is able to field his position, and that's exactly what it was. One pitch and an easy out for Henshaw, who really hadn't had a lot of easy outs tonight.
Yeah, as you said, he's only given up one run on the season before this game. As the pitch misses down. But Strasburg was able to jump on him for 5 runs in the first. As the righty deals to the plate. At the plate is Tommy Kerwin. He's out of Wofford.
Kerwin with a nice swing his first time up, splitting the left center gap for a double. He was left out there, though.
And he swings and misses.
Well, one thing with the Express this year, they're a fast starting team early. We've seen it really since day one, but sometimes they start to fall off toward the middle and the end of the game, scoring-wise. That was a pitch that must have hit the shin guard of the catcher.
Yeah, I don't know if it was shin guard or right off the toe.
And the catcher is wearing white catcher's gear, which is very unusual. I don't know how long that's going to stay white. Ooh.
As Tommy Kerwin takes his free pass, we'll have 1 man on, 1 out.
The catcher, number 16,
for
Andrew Stanson.
Andrew Stanson, who's gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, but hit the ball hard in his last at bat. Just unluckily right towards the second baseman.
Yeah, you think about different plate appearances. Stanson's had, I could think of 6 or 7 probably, where he's had a good swing. It's just been right at me, at players, whether it's a diving catch or just something right at him. But yeah, he's had a talented collegiate season this year, a lot of power, and Strasburg hoping he can come around here.
So he does get ahead 1-0. Kerwin doing a little bit of dancing at first. That pitch is called strike on the outside corner.
One thing's for sure, the Express love to dance around on the bases. Just a question of not getting picked off, which we've seen far too much of this year.
And almost right on cue there. But Kerwin slides back safely.
Seeing a lot more of this jumping around thing. I don't know. Haven't seen prior years like that.
That ball is pulled down the line but foul. It ricochets off the fence back into play. One guy I really like to watch take leads is J.W. Kohlmeyer. He does that active lead and kind of reads off when pitcher's going to go home. I never really see him get a bad jump.
Well, one thing that I've heard about where he goes VMI is VMI really focuses on base running.
Yes, sir. As the runner takes off and that pitch gets by the catcher.
So that'll go down as a stolen base for Kerwin as he was taken off on the pitch, and now the Express with a man in scoring position, just 1 out here, bottom of the third, leading 5-4, but trying to extend their lead back out a little bit.
Love to see something to the right side here from Stanson. As he cut and a miss. I was about to say, I didn't know if that was strike 3 or not. But it indeed was.
Right fielder number 4.
Here we got 9-hole, Braden Knapp. Lefty out of Camp Community College. Struck out his first time. We'll see if he can. That ball misses low, but we'll see if he can driving a run here. Extend the Strasburg lead. Looks like they'll need it on a night like tonight.
The ball is flying, that's for sure.
Righty comes set and delivers the pitch. That ball is low and outside. Catcher Fitzpatrick does a good job to keep it in front.
Yeah, I'm looking at his gear, still pretty white back there.
It is.
Henshaw pitch count continues to climb. He is up to 56 pitches. 33 of those for strikes here with 2 outs in the third.
And he gets the strike call there to make it 2-1 to number 4, Braden Knapp. Braden Knapp gets a starting right tonight. That ball is outside. Good eye for Knapp.
Yeah, I think if you're Henshaw, you really want to try to avoid facing the top of the lineup again. And who knows, that if he loses Knapp here, that could be it for him. They might call down to the pen. We'll see.
That ball is down, and Knapp will take the free pass. And that brings up Colton Schwartz out of the University of Florida.
Well, Colton has been good tonight, and he hasn't wasted any time. 2 singles on a matter of 2 or 3 pitches. 1 to left field and 1 to right field. So he'll look to pick up his 3rd single in 3 tries as we play here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Henshaw who's having some control issues now with the breaking ball, and maybe a sign miscommunication. Catcher's going to have the umpire come out, which typically means there was a cross up, so that way they won't be charged a mound visit. So we may see the umpire wave off a mound visit. Yep. We'll see if Henshaw can find it here. It's 2 outs, but you got to get 3 outs, so you can't give up and lose focus if you're Henshaw, but definitely would be big for him to get through this first 3 innings, just giving up the 5 runs after it started in that first inning.
The catcher fakes a back pick to second there.
Yet another pitch out of the strike zone. Got to wonder if Swartz might be taking a pitch here. If he gets something to swing at, though, probably like to drive it.
That misses away again. 3-0.
Well, and you could tell with that pitch selection there from Henshaw that he's searching. He goes 2-0 breaking ball there after he has been struggling to miss with his or find the zone with his fastball, so he couldn't get that one to go either. Now 3-0.
And that's taken for a strike. 3-1. Love the Florida gear. Schwartz is repping. Got the helmet and the team cleats, it looks like.
Strasburg with 3 Florida Gators.
He's even got the blue socks on too, I think, under the. Oh, as that ball comes right at my face.
Comes up near the netting, and quickly now the Cardinals trying to get somebody loose.
Third baseman, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
And it brings up Waldrop with the bases full and 2 outs. We saw Waldrop come up with a big 2-out, 0-2, 2-run single last night in the victory against Winchester. So now a big spot again here early in the game, bases full, 2 outs.
This is another SEC bat that Strasburg has landed for the summer. And Henshaw gets the breaking ball backdoor.
Yeah, that's if you're the pitcher. You got to love that. You haven't been around the zone much the last few hitters. You get that breaking ball to get called a strike, and you're ahead 0-1.
See, that opens up the swing for that pitch right there.
Yeah, it looked like a changeup down and away, and just like that, Henshaw a pitch away from maybe getting out of this and giving his team some momentum here.
Righty comes set and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Good sequencing right there from Henshaw.
Yeah, Henshaw gets out of the jam. Strasburg stranding 3. And that will do it here in the third. We're a third of the way through here tonight. Strasburg leading Front Royal 5-4. I want to thank Hunter for joining us here in the third inning. We'll have him on more this summer as things go on. And we'll see if the Express can hold on. As we move to the fourth, we'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the top of the fourth. Strasburg leading 5-4. It'll be Jonathan Mason leading off for the Cardinals, and the first pitch misses from Donovan Whitfield. It is 1-0. Things getting dark in the distance again here. Hoping that goes around us. 1-0. And that's high, 2-0. Strasburg 5 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Front Royal 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. 2-0. That's in there, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, and that's in the dirt, 3-1. Three-one is in there for a strike, 3-2. 7, 8, 9 in the lineup here for the Front Royal Cardinals. Whitfield looks in for his signs, takes a deep breath. The righty kicks and delivers. And that's in there for, oh, check that. That is ball 4. On a very close pitch. And there's a leadoff walk.
Left fielder number 18, Juan-J Cho.
Here's Juan-J Cho, the left fielder. He lined out sharply to right his last time up. Very close 3-2 pitch, and that is blooped into left. That'll be down for a base hit. So another, bloop single for the Cardinals, and second and third, nobody out here in the top of the fourth.
Third baseman, number 14, Sean Andrade.
Here's Sean Andrade, the third baseman. Andrade will most likely be bunting, so Strasburg's got to be ready. Third baseman Waldrop is playing back here. He's going to want to walk in a few steps. He does not, and that is to the backstop, and both runners move up. Second and third, nobody out. And Andrew Stanson coming out to talk to his pitcher, Whitfield. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out, top of the 4th inning. Base hit would likely give the Cardinals the lead. And a ground ball to short. That'll be fielded there and thrown to first in time by Kerwin. A run scores, and it's 5-5. So this game, just like that, tied back up. Leadoff walk scores. Runner moves to third. Sharp ground out, but an RBI for Andre. Top of the lineup now, and Ty Mercado. He is 1 for 1. Single and a walk, 2 runs scored. Here's the kick and the pitch, and that's spiked to the backstop. Infield is playing back, so they're going to surrender the go-ahead run here in the top if that's what happens. Walk, single, wild pitch, RBI ground out here in the inning for the Cardinals. Front Royal has fought all the way back from down 5-0 to tie, trying to take the lead now. Excuse me, 5-1. 1-0. Inside 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, and that's way outside 3-0. We'll see if Whitfield has much more of a leash here. Three balls, no strikes, and that is called strike 1, 3-1. Grounded foul, 3-2. Play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We were supposed to start at 6. Got held up because of rain. Talk about the tarp here in a little bit as well. We got started at 7:54. Three-two. Swing and a chopper to short. That's going to give the Cardinals the lead. Throw to first in time, and there are 2 outs, and the Cardinals now lead it 6-5. So in a night where rain could be a factor at some point, you like to have the lead as we play on here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning.
Right fielder number 34, Danny Ford.
And that will be it for Whitfield. Express going to the pen. We'll tell you about the new arm after this. New pitcher for Strasburg with 2 outs in the top of the 4th as the Cardinals have come from behind to take the lead. Right-hander Luke Godwin from Anderson University. Hails from Greenwood, South Carolina, 5'11", righty, 190, and he will face Danny Orr here. His first pitch is hit a mile high into the outfield to shallow left. Shortstop Kerwin backing up, coming in, making the catch, and 1 pitch, 1 out will end the top of the 4th. Not before Front Royal scores 2 runs to take the lead. It's 6-5. We'll be back after this as a new arm comes trotting out of the bullpen for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Strasburg now trailing 6-5, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Cardinals. It's the right-hander Sawyer Patrick from UVA Wise. He'll face Marshall McGowan. First pitch lined right at the shortstop. And that's how things have gone the last 2 innings. The Cardinals have had all sorts of bloopers dropping everywhere, and the Express are hitting atom balls.
DH number 50, Caden.
It's a 1-up, 1-down to start the 4th inning, and it brings up Caden Haywood, the DH. He has doubled in a run. He's also been hit by a pitch. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. Patrick from Hazard, Kentucky, 6'3", 198. 0-1 to Haywood, fouled back. Numbers on the year for Sawyer Patrick. This is his 4th appearance. He's gone 5 innings, allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned. He has walked 4 and struck out. He's walked 3 and struck out 6. And most of them were against the Express the last time they played here. 1-2. That skips to the plate. And the count is 2-2. Express led 5-1 after 1, but the Cardinals have scored 5 unanswered since then. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the cleanup man, Haywood. Madden Williams on deck. And that's a fister. It's going to be a tough play left side off the mound. Charging third baseman. Off balance throw to first. And hold on a second, third base umpire is calling time. It must have been a foul ball. So they're going to allow Haywood to come back and swing. Apparently the home plate umpire didn't make the call, but the third base umpire called it foul. So, you know, now that that's been called a dead ball, it's a dead ball. But now they're going to call the umpire in. So discussion here. Mike Smith is not the one out there doing the discussing tonight. So it will just go down as a foul ball, apparently. It was a heck of a play over there. Andrade's probably saying, hey, I just did all that for nothing. Had to charge, and they're going to call that a foul off of Haywood. So let's see what that leads to, if anything, here. 2-2 again. And a swing and a miss. Two outs here in the fourth. Brings up Madden Williams, the left fielder. Again, talked about it earlier. Strasburg 5 in the first, but since then they have not had much going. They jumped on Henshaw early, but can't find a hit now. Williams takes outside and high, 1-0. Final line for Donovan Whitfield. 3 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs. They were earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 1-0. Williams takes the strike. Final line for the starter for Front Royal, Dylan Henshaw. 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. 1-1. That's popped up. Foul territory. First baseman giving it a look. Mason will make the catch, and the Express again quiet this half inning. 6-5 Front Royal. We're through 4 and off to the 5th. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. Back to baseball. We go to the top of the 5th. Count is 2-0 on Montgomery from Luke Godwin, and now 2-2. 2-2 is in there for a called strike 3. Catcher dropped it. He'll have to throw down, and he will, right on the money. It'll be a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout.
The DH, number 23, Sangwoon Jian.
Here's Sangwoon Jian, the DH. He's 0 for 1. Ground out and a walk tonight. And he swings and hits one up the middle softly. Behind the bag, throw to first in time. 2 quick outs. That was Kerwin.
The catcher, number 31, Jack Fitzpatrick.
Two outs for Jack Fitzpatrick, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Godwin working quickly and effectively so far. Strasburg will have 6, 7, 8 due up in the bottom of the inning, 0-1. That's low, 1-1. One. That's top of the zone for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Godwin a pitch away from a quick inning here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss. That was quick. Strikeout, ground out, strikeout. Cardinals go down quickly in the top of the 5th inning. They still lead the Express 6-5. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Wade Shelley leads off for Strasburg here. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals lead 6-5. It'll be Shelley, Kerwin, and Stanson due up. Shelley a 3-run homer back in the 1st, and then he bunted out last time. He takes high, ball 1. Keeping an eye on the weather again. It's starting to brew a little bit. Hoping we can continue on here and get another few innings in. Shelley takes in the dirt, 2-0. We've been here. It's been a long evening. Close game to this point. 2 balls, no strikes. Sawyer Patrick falling behind. He went quick last inning, got a 1-2-3. Shelley takes up and in, 3-0. Luke Godwin has gone an inning in the 3rd for the Express. 4 up, 4 down on about 10 pitches, it feels like. I think it is probably about 10. Shelley will be taken all the way here, 3-0. And that's inside corner, called strike, 3-1. It's a big call there instead of ball 4. Sawyer Patrick right back in the count. Strasburg looking for base runners, and they will ground it to short. Mercado throw to first in time. And that's a big out there. Instead of a walk, turns into a ground out, and there's one out here in the bottom of the fifth. And it brings up Tommy Kerwin. Kerwin, the shortstop. He has doubled and walked tonight. Two more outs, and this game will be technically official. Kerwin takes away, low and away, 1-0. One O's inside, 2-0. Andrew Stanson, the catcher, on deck. I was talking about the tarp earlier, so the Express tarped the field before the game. 2-0. Well, they were going to get the tarp out, and they discovered not one, not two, but 3 skunks inside of the tarp. So that, while trying to race to beat the potential storm coming in, turned into a little bit of a nuisance. 3-0. And ball force, 4-pitch walk to Kerwin. He's walked for the second time. Brings up Andrew Stanson. So they discover one of the skunks was deceased already. A few minutes later, they were still trying to get the tarp out. One of them took off and ran away out beyond left field. The last one did not want to go anywhere, so that skunk stayed in there. We had to call animal control. The sheriff's department showed up, and with a shovel, just scooped the skunk right up. The pitch. Here's a ground ball foul. Scooped it up and carried it beyond left center and out of here so the tarp could be unrolled. It was yeah, not a great situation, but some awful smells in the air. Still can smell it a little bit. 0-1 to Stanson. Fouled back. Oh, 2 and nearly getting picked off over there was Kerwin.
But it's not official. So they would continue it the next time they play. That's what they were talking about before the game. Did they change the bylaws? I don't know.
0-2 and another throw to first.
No, but if it's not, I mean, right now it's not.
If it's not, then you continue with the next time you meet.
That's playoffs.
What they were talking about.
I think the bylaws say you got to start it over.
0-2. And the pitch. And that hit him. Correction. I thought it hit him. Oh, 2 to Stanson. Runner at first is Kerwin. And that's high, 1-2. Again, weather starting to feel some more wind here in the press box and hoping that it will stay away as long as possible. Ball and 2 strikes. Big lead. Swing and a miss. And there are 2 outs. And it brings up Braden Knapp with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Knapp is 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the first, walked in the third. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kerwin try to get the second. Another check over there to try to get in scoring position, give him a chance to score on a base hit. Sawyer Patrick has done a nice job for the Cardinals out of the bullpen tonight. The pitch. Knapp fouls it straight back, 0-1. 25 pitches so far for Patrick through an inning and 2/3. Oh, 1. Swinging a hard ground ball to short, fielded there by Mercado. His throw to first is in time, and that will do it here in the 5th. Strasburg gets a man on. Can't do anything again. We go to the 6th. Strasburg trailing Front Royal 6-5.
Second baseman, number 2, Jack Thomas.
Jack Thomas leads off for the Cardinals as we go to the top of the 6th. It'll be Thomas, Mason, and Cho. Thomas is 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a line out to short. Here's the pitch. That's low from Luke Godwin. And the count is 1-0. 1-0 fouled back, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals with the lead. They enter play tonight at 4-8. Strasburg at 6-4, and the Express undefeated at home this year, but they're in danger of the weather possibly playing a factor here. 1-1. That's in there, 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes from Luke Godwin. The righty kicks and deals. And that is fouled towards the Cardinal dugout. Heads up over there. The on-deck man, Jonathan Mason, did not miss that by much. One, 2. And a late swing fouled off. We'll do it again at 1-2. One, 2s to the backstop, 2-2. Another foul ball. Two twos in the dirt. 3-2 now to the second baseman, Jack Thomas. And a leadoff walk. And it brings up Jonathan Mason, the first baseman. He has walked and lined out.
Number 28, Jonathan Mason.
First base runner allowed by Godwin tonight, and now that misses. 1-0. Last inning he was so dominant. Made quick work of the Cardinals. Came in the prior inning, got an out on one pitch. And now having some control issues. 1-0 and a check to first, back in safely is Thomas. Count is still 1-0. Can feel the air changing a little bit. That's a breaking ball in there. Valley League scoreboard. Waynesboro final over Winchester tonight, 6-2. Woodstock leading Purcellville 11-5 in the bottom of the 6th. Culpeper and Newmarket tied at 3 in the 6th. Pretty good lead at first, 1-1. That's in there again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jonathan Mason with Juan J. Chu on deck. Right-hander from Anderson University deals. And that misses down and away, 2-2. Well, Strasburg can get through this here. They'll have the top of the lineup due up in the 6th, bottom of the inning. Swartz, Waldrop, and McGowan. But got to try to hurry up here, get quick outs, don't allow any more runs, and hope you can beat the rain. 2-2. And that's in there down the middle for strike 3. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. With 1 out, it brings up Juan J. Chu, the left fielder. He's 1 for 2.
Left fielder number 18, Juan J. Chu.
Juan J. with just a little blooper over the third baseman's head last time. He ended up getting the second on a wild pitch and then later scored. Swing and a foul tip held onto by the catcher, Stanson. It is 0-1. And a check to first, back in safely again. A 1 is high. It couldn't get to come all the way back. 1-1. Juan J. Cho, the batter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. He takes in the dirt. 2-1. Again, we're looking at the radar here. Starting to see rain approaching around 10 o'clock or so, maybe even before that. We're at 9:30 now. Feel the breeze changing. 2-1. High ball 3. 9-hole hitter Sean Andrade, the third baseman, on deck. He is 1 for 2, single and a run scored along with an RBI ground out. Express trying to keep it right here at a 1-run game and get their hitters up at least one more time. The pitch. That's down the middle for a strike, 3-2. Walked the leadoff man, but then a strikeout looking of Mason and a 3-2 count here of Juan J. Chu. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and Stanson, don't know if he forgot how many outs there were or just didn't want to throw down, but that's the second out of the inning. Back-to-back punch-outs looking, and it brings a 9-hole hitter, Sean Andrade, to the plate.
Number 14, Sean Andrade.
Yeah, I think looks like Godwin might not be too happy there. I think he was pointing to second, but I don't know if it was going to matter. The runner had a pretty good jump, but regardless, it could be big right here if Andrade can get a base hit. The pitch. Breaking ball. Finds the inside corner. Andrade can't believe it. He turns around, puts his hand up to the umpire, like showed him up a little bit there. 0-1. One's in there for a strike again. 0-2. Luke Godwin trying to get through this top of the 6th inning and keep it a 1-run game. Cardinals looking to add on to their lead. Again, they've scored 5 runs unanswered. 0-2. And a swing and a fly to right center field, moving to his left, getting there to make the catch out there in center is Shelley. And that will do it in the top of the 6th. The leadoff walk does not score this time. Strasburg 6, or excuse me, Front Royal 6, Strasburg 5. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back after this. Bottom of the 6th, Strasburg trailing 6-5. The Cardinals will send Sawyer Patrick back out to the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Top of the lineup, Colton Schwartz. He's been on 3 times, 2 singles, a walk, and a run scored. And he takes inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The Express, you got to think, or if they have any idea about the weather, which they may or may not, got to treat this like the bottom of the 8th or the bottom of the 9th inning here. 0-1, he's nearly hit. It's 1-1. Credit to Luke Godwin. He's come in and done a heck of a job for Strasburg. He's kept it right where it's been in a 1-run game. Strasburg's offense just hasn't scored since the 1st inning. 1-1. Swing and a line drive to left. It's extra bases and down the line into the corner. It'll be bobbled out there in left field, but holding up at second is Schwartz.
Third baseman, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
So a leadoff double for Colton Schwartz. That is his 3rd hit of the game. He's halfway to the cycle, single and a double. And here's Waldrop, who struck out swinging his last time up. That is the 7th hit of the night for the Express. And does he think about laying a bunt down here? He doubled his first time up. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Again, that's a big run out there. This game is official as of right now, so if rain comes in crazy, Cardinals would win this thing. Just got to get him over to 3rd. Sawyer Patrick trying to avoid the wild pitch. That was close. Called a ball, 1-1. Tying run at second, nobody out after the leadoff double by the. And here's a ground ball to second. That will get the runner over to 3rd. Fielded and thrown to first by Thomas. There's 1 out. And now if you're Front Royal, do you go infield in? Marshall McGowan, the 3-hole hitter, looking to tie the game here with a man at 3rd. And 1 out. Cardinals are going to keep the infield back. For now, the corner is going to slowly walk in a little bit. McGowan, sac fly, RBI in the first. Swing and a pop up into shallow center. The catch is going to be dropped out there. The ball's dropped. Runner is coming home. Here's the throw. It gets away. The run comes home to score. The Express have tied it. That will be a base hit. Falling out there in the outfield. It'll be an RBI. And this game is tied as the wind got a little bit of it. And
DH number 50, Kate.
just a fortunate break for the Express. Thomas was over there, Mercado was there, and it dropped down. And a huge gift for Strasburg to tie the game here in the 6th inning. Now a chance to take the lead. Here's Haywood. He's been on twice. RBI double in the first, hit by pitch in the second. McGowan at second, 1 out here in the 6th. Swing and a high fly to left field. That ball is crushed, but it's going to go foul. Haywood with a heck of a swing there, but he pulled it a little bit left. If he'd kept that fair, that would have been a long shot, similar to one he had earlier this year where it was well into the trees. Patrick now the 0-1. And a back pick throw to second, back in safely is McGowan. So 2 doubles here in the inning for the Express, 0-1. Haywood takes in the dirt, good eye there. Swore started the inning, lacing one to left field, his second, make it 3rd hit of the game. Productive AB for Tanner Waldrop, moving the runner to 3rd. And then a pop-up by Marshall McGowan, which most circumstances should have been caught. Miscommunication, and they couldn't get under the ball to make the play. Dropping, and Spores, even though he had to hold up at 3rd, he's still able to come home and score. 1-1, that's laced to left. It's a base hit. Hops in front of the left fielder. Runner being sent to the plate. Throw is into second. And 2 runs have come across here in the last of the 6th inning for the Express. And it is 7-6 Strasburg as they have come back to take the lead. Visit to the mound here. I believe Sawyer Patrick, yeah, he's being pulled. He ran out of gas. And they will call to the bullpen with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg now leading 7-6. New pitcher for Front Royal as the Express have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It will be Noah Parks, who faced the Express last time. Excuse me, no he didn't. That was Will Sparks. Okay, so Parks takes over here. His first pitch swung on and missed. Parks is a 6'2" righty from Keystone College out of Maple Valley, Washington. Runner at first is Haywood. 0-1 to Madden Williams, looking for his first hit of the night. And he takes a strike, 0-2. A walk, a line out, and behind 0-2 here against Noah Parks. Seems to have pretty good velocity. And a check to first. Back in safely is the big man, Caden Haywood, who has 2 doubles tonight. 2 doubles, 2 runs score, or excuse me, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. He's also been hit by a pitch and struck out. Madden takes one high, and that's to the backstop and moving to second. Good hustle there by Caden Haywood. He's there easily. Count is 1-2. See if Strasburg can maybe get another run here. Leading by a run. 1-2, broken bat pop-up into right center. Coming in is Orr. He's not going to get there. He barehands it. He throws it in, and now running to second. Heads-up play there. It'll be a single. And advancing on the throw there from Williams. Not sure what Orr was doing. So the Express have second and third now. And one out.
Number 15, Wade Shelley.
And here's Wade Shelley. Second and third, one out. Now the infield's playing in. That's high, ball 1. So Williams will be credited with a single there and then an advancement to second on the throw. Heads up base running by the Express. Shelley is 1 for 3, 3-run tank in the first. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big hack there on the elevated fastball, 1-1. Strasburg trying to add on. Meanwhile, Front Royal trying to keep it at a 1-run game and send it there as a 7-6 game to the 7th. 1-1. That's just inside, 2-1. Pretty good pitch there. And seeing Strasburg starting to catch some breaks, something they weren't doing earlier. Broken bat lawn dart there off the bat of Madden Williams last time up. 2-1. That's in there, 2-2. Again, the infield playing in, so anything soft and over the infield will result likely in 2 runs. Right fielder Orr playing pretty shallow. 2-2 from Parks. Swing and a foul, just getting a piece of it is Shelley. Numbers on the year coming in tonight for Noah Parks. This is his 4th appearance. He's gone 3 2/3, allowed 3 hits, 5 runs. He's walked 6 and struck out 4. ERA of 12.27. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball left side. It's through for a base hit. One's going to score. Second run's coming home as well. It'll be a 2 RBI single for Wade Shelley, and the Express now lead it 9-6. Nice piece of hitting there from Shelley.
Shortstop, number 5, Tommy Kerwin.
He got the fastball and he didn't miss it. Here's Tommy Kerwin with Strasburg now leading 9-6. And they now have 11 hits. The pitch. That's in there, strike 1. So now we can close the book on Sawyer Patrick, who started this inning, had been doing well but ran out of gas. 0-1, swing and a foul tip. Patrick goes 2 1/3, allows 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Walked 1 and struck out 2, and now Parks looking to get his first out of this outing here. 4 runs in the inning for Strasburg. 0-2, big lead at first, and Shelley fortunately gets back. He was doing that whole jump thing, but he gets back in time. 0-2 the count. Kerwin takes a little bit off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. So a good effort here in this 6th inning for Strasburg. Double, ground out, double, double, single, single. 1-2. Fouled back. And we're keeping an eye on the rain. Very close, if not already here. In some ways, might have a little sprinkle going on. 1-2, Shelley again gets in the air, but he gets back safely. One, two. Ground ball up the middle. This is going to be through the wickets of the second baseman, and on his way to third is Williams. That'll be an error on the second baseman, Thomas, and allowing the runner to move up from first to third, as getting there is Madden Williams.
The catcher, number 6.
Excuse me,
Andrew Stanson.
Wade Shelley getting to third. So an E4 there. That's the first error of the night. Bad timing for it. Could have potentially been a double play ball, at least getting an out. Instead turns into nothing, and first and third with just 1 out. Here's Stanson. He struck out twice and lined out tonight. Runner goes. The pitch is hit, and it hits the runner at second, who was on the run and scoring. The run is going to count at the plate, reaching safely. It'll be a dead ball. The run comes in to score. It'll be credited as I believe, a base hit for Stanson. And then Kerwin is erased on I guess give him a 4 unassisted. I believe that goes down as a 4 unassisted. So it'll be a single and an RBI for Stanson. His first hit of the night. Shelley scores, and again, Kerwin erased on the field, 4 unassisted. The ball, the run did not score. My apologies. Thought, I get that it's a dead ball, but obviously the run would have scored. But okay, so it's a single, run does not score. We'll get our scoring program updated in just a second. That is high. One. Swinging. Oh, excuse me. That was strike 3. So the count was 1-2. Throw to first just in time. And a strikeout will do it here in the inning. 9-6 is our score. We go to the 7th. All right, 9-6 the score. Again, just to clear things up, I misspoke. My apologies in that last half inning. When Stanson hit that ball and the runner was moving from first, it was going to go into the outfield. The hole was wide open. Unfortunately for Strasburg, it hit Kerwin's leg, so he was ruled out. Stanson credited with a base hit, but then Shelley had to hold at third base, so the run did not score. 4 runs scored for the Express. It's 9-6 as we go to the top of the 7th. New pitcher making his Express debut, Wyatt Shelley, and the first pitch is lined into right, and Knapp is there to make the catch on one pitch. So a line out for the first out on one pitch by Ty Mercado. And now it brings up Danny Orr, the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 34, Danny Orr.
Wyatt Shelley, the brother of Wade Shelley. Wyatt, 6'3" right-hander, 225, also from Webb, Alabama. His college is to be determined. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Tip of the cap to Strasburg's Luke Godwin. 2 1/3, no hits, no runs, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. And now Strasburg trying to hold on to it here with 1 out in the 7th. The pitch is low, 2-0. Danny Orr, the batter, doubled in the first, sacrifice bunt in the 3rd, pop out in the 4th. 2-0 from Shelley. Swing and a miss. Nasty change up there, 2-1. Pulled the string on him. 2-1, wave and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just a reminder, we'll be back here tomorrow night. It'll be a 7 o'clock start, North versus South Division matchup, as the Express will host the Harrisonburg Turks. 2-2, swinging a ground ball, sharply hit the short. Kerwin picks it up on the hop, fires to first in time, and back-to-back outs here to start the 7th inning for the new pitcher, Wyatt Shelley. Brings up Joseph Montgomery, the center fielder.
Center fielder, number 1, Joseph Montgomery.
Montgomery with a 3-run home run back in the 3rd. He's also struck out twice, and on that home run, he was behind 0-2 in that count. Here, he takes ball 1. That is hit up the middle. That'll be caught on the line by Swartz. And welcome to Strasburg, Mr. Wyatt Shelley. 1-2-3 inning. Time to stretch. Strasburg leading 9-6. We break and return after this here on the Strasburg Express Baseball Network. Bottom of the 7th we go. New pitcher for Front Royal is Logan Stallbird. He'll face the top of the lineup. Colton Swartz, Tanner Waldrop, and Marshall McGowan. And Colton fouls it away. He's been on 4 times tonight, having a heck of a night. 2 singles, a double, 2 runs scored. Stallbird ahead 0-1. That's fouled back 0-2. Numbers on the summer for Stallbird. This is his 3rd outing. He has gone an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, and a strikeout. So now 0-2. The pitch. Up and in. Watch out. Stallbird from Wheeling, Jesuit. From Lando Lakes, Florida. 6-foot righty, 190. He's a junior. He's ahead of the Florida Gator Colton Swartz here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. And Colton finally retired for the first time tonight. 1 out here in the 7th. And it brings up Tanner Waldrop, the third baseman. Tanner's 1 for 4 tonight, double back in the first. He's grounded out twice and struck out swinging. The pitch. That's up and away, 1-0. Again, checking in on the weather as we surpass 10 o'clock here. Getting closer to us, but not on top of us yet. It's been the theme of the night where it's been right there, but not a lot's happened. 1-0. Waldrop swings and hits a pop-up way up in the air to left field. Charging in is Cho towards the line, and he makes the catch in fair territory for the 2nd out here of the bottom of the 7th inning. Good play out there by Juan J. Cho. So 2 outs now, and here's Marshall McGowan, the first baseman.
Marshall McGowan.
McGowan has 1 hit tonight, an RBI, run scored last inning back in the 6th. Part of the 4-run outburst for the Express. The pitch, and that hit him. McGowan not loving that there, but he takes the hit by pitch, and his college teammate Caden Haywood will step to the plate here with 2 outs in the 7th. So McGowan's plunked, and let's see how many times that has happened to him this year. It's the 3rd time he's been hit. Eddie Castillo leads in that category with 4 hit by pitches for the Express. Then a lot of other guys have exactly 2. See if Haywood can make him pay here with 2 outs in the 7th. And umpire, yeah, that's a hit by pitch. Back-to-back hit by pitches. And for Haywood, he's hit for the 3rd time this season. So both of them being hit on back-to-back pitches.
Left fielder number 46, Madden Williams.
And the inning continues. Here's Madden Williams, and while he's coming to the plate, we'll see how many times he's been hit. Madden's only been hit once, so he's behind the pace of some of the others so far, but Strasburg 9 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Front Royal 6 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Pitch from Stallbird to Williams is lined to second over the second baseman's head. Runner being sent to the plate. Here's the throw. It is cut off, and an RBI single for Madden Williams, his 2nd hit of the night in back-to-back innings. Coming in to score from second is McGowan after the 2-out hit by pitch. Moving to second is Haywood, and Strasburg now leads
Center
at
field,
10-6.
number 13, Wade Shelley.
So there were 2 outs and nobody on, then a hit by pitch and another one and an RBI single for Williams. Madden having another nice night after hitting a home run last night. Hits number 7 and 8 for him. Here's Wade Shelley. Shelley singled in 2 runs last time with the infield in. Runners at first and second. And he takes a breaking ball high, ball 1. Strasburg once led this game 5-1. Then they trailed 6-5 and now lead it 10-6. 1-0 coming up. Shelley takes high again, 2-0. Again, all this with 2 outs. Inning is unraveling here for the right-hander Logan Stolberg. Again, Front Royals ERA coming in tonight, 7.14 as a team. They've allowed 10 tonight. 2-0. Shelley fouls it back, 2-1. Cardinals will have 4, 5, 6 due up in the top of the 8th inning. They're going to be trailing by at least 4, potentially more. Two one. Runners go. Pitch is a strike, throw down to second, not in time. It'll be a double steal. And now 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch to Shelley. Swing and a miss. Got him on the fastball. Way down on strikes. And that will do it in the 7th. Strasburg, though, scores another run, and they now lead it 10-6 as we go to the 8th. Back to baseball. We go to the top of the 8th inning. First pitch was swinging with Sang-Woon Jian, and he dropped it in to center. Now a ground ball to short. Stop there. Going to second for one. Back to first. It is a double play. And immediately after the blue base hit from Sang-Woon Jian, Jack Fitzpatrick hits into a 6-4-3 as Tommy Kerwin gets redemption there and turns it on a nice pickup on the hop. He made that play look easy compared to the previous one. Very nice play out there by Tommy Kerwin, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Now it's Jack Thomas, and he takes high, ball 1. "1-0 from Davis Rivers from Wofford. That misses. Davis was part of the championship roster last year. This is his 3rd appearance. He's gone 3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 2-0. That's inside. Now 3-0 to Jack Thomas, who is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts, a line out, and a walk. So we continue to monitor the potential, we've been saying this all night, potential rain coming in. 3-0 is grooved down the middle from Rivers, 3-1. Swing and a foul tip, 3-2. Rivers out of Columbia, South Carolina. Tip of the cap to Strasburg's bullpen so far, Wyatt Shelley with a clean inning. 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Davis Rivers gives up the leadoff single on the bloop, but then the next pitch a double play and a strikeout of Jack Thomas. And a quick 8th inning for Front Royal. Strasburg leading 10-6. We go to the last of the 8th. We'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network.
Number 5, Tommy Kerwin.
Tommy Kerwin leads off for Strasburg in the last of the 8th as this long night continues on, but we get toward the end here. It'll be 7-8-9. Kerwin stands in a nap against the new pitcher For the Cardinals, it is the 6'9" right-hander Oakley Kuntz out of Kaskaskia Community College from Columbus, Georgia. 6'9", 235. Tall righty deals, and that's to the backstop, 1-0. Final line for Front Royals, Noah Parks. He goes 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, a run, no walks and a strikeout. And then Logan Stallbird goes an inning, allows a hit, 1 run, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. 1-0 to Tommy Kerwin, who's had a really nice night tonight. He takes his first strike. Kerwin has been on 4 times, 2 walks, a double, and he reached on an error last time. He was erased on the ball that hit him as he was running to second, being scored 4 unassisted. He's also made a nice play last half inning to set up and start the double play. 1-1's low, 2-1. Strasburg 10 runs on 13 hits and no errors, and Front Royal 6 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. Gotta think we're probably the last game going in the league tonight, but we'll see. Check the scoreboard now. 2-1. Swinging a pop-up in the shallow left. Heading out, Mercado, coming in Cho, and Cho makes the catch. And there's 1 out here in the 8th inning. There's actually 2 other games still going, as Andrew Stanson will step in.
The catcher, number 16, Andrew Stanson.
Woodstock putting it to Percival, 15-6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Percival's winning streak is finally going to end, it appears. And then Culpeper leading at Newmarket 4-3 in the top of the 9th. Stanson with a single his last time up. It was his 2nd hit of the year. That one is hit high in the air. And center field Montgomery makes the catch there, 2 outs. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and it brings up the 9-hitter Braden Knapp.
Right fielder, number 4, Braden Knapp.
Knapp looking for his first hit tonight. He takes ball 1. He has struck out twice, grounded out, and reached on a walk. One-0. Inside, 2-0. Scores around Major League Baseball today. Brewers beat the Phillies 4-0. Pirates fell to the Marlins 4-2. Nationals beat up on the Mariners 10-1. Padres beat Baltimore 5-2. Toronto fell to the Yankees 8-3. Mets beat up on the Braves 8-1. Diamondbacks over the Reds 5-3. 2-0 is in there. Twins over the Cardinals 5-4. Royals beat the Astros 4-0. White Sox beat the Dodgers 6-4. Rockies over the Athletics 23-9. Part of the home run derby at in Vegas. That'll be the park that the A's start playing at starting, I think, next year and year after, whenever they move there. That pitch misses 3-1. Giants beat the Cubs 5-1. Rays beat the Angels 8-3. Red Sox lost to the Rangers 6-4, and 1 rain out today, Tigers and the Guardians. 23-9, the Rockies. I don't know if they've scored that many runs all season. Just kidding, of course. 3-1 to Knapp. And that's to the backstop. Not close, ball 4. And Braden Knapp won for the 2nd time tonight. And flips the lineup back to the top again as Schwartz will bat for the 6th time tonight. Finally retired last time on a strikeout swinging. The only 2 innings he hasn't come up to bat in are the 4th and the 5th. He's hitting the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and now hitting in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Of course, unless Knapp is thrown out stealing, then it would not count. He's getting a big lead over there. The pitch. Colton takes up and in, ball 1. Swartz has made an immediate impact here for the Express Had a nice night last night. He's had an even better night tonight at the plate. Again, he's the starting second baseman for the Florida Gators for a good part of the year until he was injured. Missed the latter half of the season. He is a really good-looking player. 1-0 is a check swing on a ball in the dirt, 2-0. Night continues to get later and later. Again, we got started tonight. Originally, we were supposed to start at 6. Many of us have been here since before 5, and we're coming up on 10:30 here tonight. And we'll be right back here tomorrow. Big lead at first, check to first, and that back in safely. Count is still 2-0. Runner goes, the pitch is up and in, and getting there safely is Swars. Count is now 3-0. I'd give him green light here. And he takes a strike. (3-1) to Colton Schwartz. Up and in. Missed, and great bat flip there after the walk. So a walk there, and the lineup and the line continues on here.
Third baseman, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
Tanner Waldrop batting again for his 5th time. Or excuse me, his 6th time. He's 1 for 5. Check swing on a ball, 1-0. Looking ahead to tomorrow, I talked about we'll be back here. Makeup game. 1-0 is in there for a strike. Meanwhile, for Front Royal, trying to see here if they are in action. They are not. 1-1. That misses. So 2 games being played tonight. The game here, and then Stanton and Charlottesville listed to play tomorrow. That was a game rescheduled from the 12th. And then, of course, the Express playing again Tuesday, makeup game at Newmarket. So they're going to be busy. 2-1, wave and a miss by Waldrop, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, last of the 8th. The pitch. Fouled back. Oakley Kuntz, the tall right-hander, 6'9" on the mound here in this inning for the Cardinals. 5th pitcher of the night for Front Royal. Meanwhile, Strasburg has used 4, so has not been quick by any means. Two-two, wave and a miss. Waldrop will have to, or he will hustle down, throws in time. And that will do it in the 8th. Strasburg strands 2, and we are off to the 9th inning. We've finally gotten to the 9th inning. 10-6 Strasburg. Davis Rivers going to look to finish it off when we return. 10-6 Strasburg as we go to the top of the ninth. Cardinals sending up 7-8-9. Jonathan Mason, Juan J. Cho, and Sean Andrade. The pitch misses 1-0. Davis Rivers looking to finish it off here. It's still a non-save situation, but looking to do his job here in the ninth inning. 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. And we want to thank everyone who has stuck it out with us tonight, watching on Facebook or YouTube. 1-1 the count. Mason swings and misses 1-2. He has struck out, walked, and lined out tonight. Still have 85 viewers on YouTube. Pretty good number at this point in the night. Rivers sets the 1-2, is down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I know everybody here is going to sleep well tonight, that's for sure. 2-2. That's up and away, 3-2. Donovan Whitfield started tonight for the Express, got roughed up a little bit. Luke Godwin came in and really set the tone for the rest of the bullpen. He was scoreless through 2 1/3. Wyatt Shelley scoreless through an inning. And Rivers walks the leadoff man here in the top of the ninth. Brings up Juan J. Cho, the left fielder.
Number 18, Juan J. Cho.
And now Davis Rivers in the second inning of work. Gave up a hit in the 8th, but then got a double play and struck out Jack Thomas. Just got to get outs here if you're Rivers in the Express. It's a big thing. Don't let the Cardinals start putting something together here. The pitch. That's in there. Strike 1. Best pitch in baseball is strike 1. And everyone should have the ability to throw that pitch. 0-1. And hitting him is Rivers. And it's now first and second with nobody out. And it brings up Sean Andrade, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 14, Sean Andrade.
So now the tying run is standing on deck. If Andrade can get on, it would bring the tying run, Ty Mercado, to the plate here in the 9th inning. Visit to the mound, Kyle Demey, the pitching coach, heading out. Probably trying to get somebody loose if need be. Love to try to get through this 9th inning with Rivers, but you also don't want to leave him out there too long if he's running out of gas. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Starts him with a breaking ball and gets him to go after it. Count is 0-1. Oh, 1 is low, 1-1. Can't tell if there's any bullpen activity for the Express. One. Swing and a miss. Big hack there. Looked like Andrade was trying to hit a 3-run shot, but couldn't connect, and he's behind 1-2. Top of the lineup is next in Ty Mercado, the shortstop. Be his 5th time to the plate. 1-2 is popped up down the right field line, giving it a look, running towards it. It's into the Cardinal bullpen, and count holds at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Up and in. Here's a back pick to first, and the ball's dropped by the first baseman, McGowan. I don't know if they were going to have him or not, but the throw definitely beat him. Stanson being aggressive there and nearly got Juan J. Cho off the base. But it's 2-2. This is a big pitch right here to the 9-hitter Andrade. Rivers deals. Swinging a ground ball, foul. He tried to turn on it and hit it down the line. That would have been big trouble for the Express, but just a foul ball, and does sound like bullpen activity down there for Strasburg. Two. Popped up again, and the battle will continue. Two from Rivers. Inside, 3-2. Nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. Runners at first and second after a leadoff walk and then a hit by pitch. Top of the lineup next. Rivers sets and deals. And that is fouled back. Looked like he went after ball 4 up and out of the zone. And we'll continue on here. This will be the 9th or 10th pitch of this at-bat between Davis Rivers and Sean Andrade. 3-2. Cued foul. Not through yet. Let's try it again. 3-2. Swinging a ground ball left side, stopped by the diving third baseman, picked up by the shortstop Kerwin, and he has to eat it. And the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the 9th inning for Front Royal. Infield single off the glove of the diving third baseman Waldrop.
Shortstop, number 10.
And the Cardinals have the bases full with nobody out. And looks like, call to the bullpen here by the Express. So this will be a save situation for whoever's coming into the game right now as the bases are loaded, tying runs at the plate. Nobody out. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this. All right, rain is falling here at the ballpark now. This is what we've been waiting on all evening, and it's here now in a big spot. Bases loaded, nobody out. New pitcher in a safe situation now is Jaden White. White, 5'11", righty from Georgia Southern. He's out of Pembroke, Georgia. He'll face the leadoff man in the lineup, Ty Mercado. Bases full, nobody out in a 4-run game. First pitch from Jaden White. Inside, ball one. White, this is his 5th outing. ERA of 1.69, the 1-0. Breaking ball hit the third foul, 1-1. Again, the rain that we've been waiting on, knowing that it was going to come eventually. It is here now. One to the backstop, 2-1. Umbrellas are coming out. Rain coming in now. Hopefully it doesn't start to get on our camera here. We'll play on. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Here in the 9th inning. And he's going to step off. And now the rain picking up. And it's getting chilly too. It's a cold rain coming down on us. Even in the press box, it's blowing in. You can see it probably falling in the distance in the lights here. 2-1. Breaking ball misses, 3-1. Again, now you have concerns if they continue to play on. Can White grip the baseball? The rain coming down heavier and heavier. 3-1. And that is popped up, foul territory. McGowan giving it a look. He's not going to get there. It's out of play, 3-2. So the count is now full. The Mercado, the leadoff man, in the lineup. Three-two. And that's in the dirt, ball 4, and the run comes in to score, and it's 10-7. Still nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. Tying run is now at first. So a bases loaded RBI walk, and Danny Orr comes up. So Danny Orr comes up to the plate for the 5th time. He doubled in the first. Front Royal dugout is getting into it. Swinging a high fly to left field in the air. Foul territory, giving it a look, leaping and making the catch against the fence. Nobody covering third, and the runners are going to move up to second and third on the tag up. And it's a 10-8 game. A catch is made in left field. A heck of a snag out there by Williams up against the fence to make the catch. No one was covering third base. And both runners tag up. The Express get the first out here of the 9th inning, but now the tying run is at second, and the go-ahead run's at the plate with 1 out, and the weather continues to worsen here. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. 10-8 our score here in the 9th inning. 2 runs have come across for the Cardinals. 0-1. That is swung on and foul tipped, held on to by the catcher. 0-2 now. This is turning into madness here in the 9th inning. Rain is falling hard. 0-2. Up and in, just missing. 1-2 now. One-two. Grounded, third base side, fielded there, thrown to first in time, throw back to third, and it's thrown away. And this game is tied here in the 9th inning. An unforced throw over there by the first baseman, Marshall McGowan, as he tried to throw it back to third base. It'll be a throwing error, E3, and this game is tied here in the 9th inning. Unbelievable. It is now 10-10.
Now batting number 23, Sang-Woo Jeon.
The throw across got him for the second out, and for whatever reason, McGowan at first tried to throw it back across and get the runner at third. He threw it away, and this game is now tied. Sang-Woo Jeon now the batter. 1-0 to Sang-Woo Jeon. The pitch, check swing, he went around, 1-1. Little chirping between the home plate umpire and the Cardinals dugout. 4 runs have come across here in the 9th inning for the Cardinals to tie it. Unbelievable. 1-1 the pitch. Jeon takes high, 2-1. Two balls and a strike now. The pitch. That's in the dirt, 3-1. You got to wonder, because Strasburg has had to, this game has continued on, will they make Front Royal pitch in the bottom of the 9th inning? It makes you wonder. 3-1 to Jeon. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He was trying to untie this game, 3-2. Well, Strasburg, if we get to the bottom of the 9th, we'll have 3, 4, 5. McGowan, Haywood, and Williams due up. Jeon has other ideas. He wants to hit a home run and give the Cardinals the lead. 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning, weather permitting, in a 10-10 game. We'll break and return after this. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Front Royal forcing this half inning with 4 runs in the top of the 9th. A huge throwing error with 2 outs, trying to get the third out at third by McGowan, but he will have a chance here for redemption as he steps to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 9th. New pitcher number 17 is Balknecht. Kind of my papers and everything are all out of sorts now, standing up. So Parker Balknecht from New Mexico Military Institute. First pitch here in the bottom of the 9th as rain continues to fall, and that's a strike, 0-1. Parker, 6-foot righty, 175, facing McGowan, who wants to get redemption after that throwing error. 2 RBI double in the 6th inning. Tie game in the 9th. Rain falling, 0-1, wave and a miss, 0-2. You can tell the mound is starting to get pretty wet. Also, home plate. Infield still looks pretty good, but the rain falling and the outfield doesn't typically take rain all that well. 0-2 is lined to third and snagged there. Throw to first is in time, and there's 1 out here in the 9th inning. 1 up, 1 down, and it brings up Caden Haywood, the DH. He's been on 4 times. Double, hit by pitch, and then a double and another hit by pitch. Rain continuing to fall. Balknecht already ready. He's standing there in the stretch looking in and trying to hurry up. The pitch to Haywood. Ground ball up the middle and scooped up. Long throw to first in time. 2 outs. So 2 up, 2 down for the 2 and 3 hitters in this Express lineup. And it brings up Madden Williams with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Not sure what the scenario is going to look like here. If we try to go to extras, will they? I'm wondering if they will continue to push it along. So Madden Williams with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch, way outside, ball 1. You just need a base runner, and things can happen. Again, the top of the 9th started with walk and a hit by pitch. Count is 1-0. Inside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. Balknecht is the 6th pitcher of the night for Front Royal. This has been a back and forth game all night. 2-0, check swing. It was apparently missing for ball 3. It looked like it was down the middle. 3-0 now. They appealed to first, and he did not go. A lot of chirping from the Front Royal dugout tonight. Wade Shelley on deck if we get there. 3-0. And that's low, ball 4. Winning runs on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. And Wade Shelley, who's had an up and down night tonight, has 5 RBIs, 3-run homer in the first, 2-run single in the 6th. He's also grounded out twice and struck out swinging. Well, if you're Williams here, can you get to second? The pitch, he does not go, and it's low, ball 1. Really important now for the catcher for Front Royal Fitzpatrick to keep everything in front of him. Doesn't want to allow that runner to get into scoring position. Still a steady rain here. Field is only getting darker. 1-0. And a check to first, back in safely, is Williams. If Shelley can find the gap here, if you're Williams, you really have to try to score. (1-0) to Wade Shelley. That's in there for a strike. 1-1. Again, the Valley League has the ghost runner rule, so if we do go to extras and they continue to play on through the rain, Front Royal will have a runner at second to start the inning. 1-1. That's in there, 1-2. Balknecht looking to get through this top or bottom of the 9th inning and send it to extras. 1-2. Fouled off. It was up on the fist, and Shelley just got a piece. Yeah, I'm thinking that if this remains tied through 9, they're going to call it and finish. Maybe the next time they play or something, maybe during the week. I'm not sure what the scenario will be, but I just don't see how they're going to start extra innings with this rain, but we'll see if we get there. Just got heavier again. Big lead, the runner goes, the pitch is fouled back. Williams will have to go back. Yeah, we can see it. I mean, from up here, it's getting heavy. This is going to be the last. I think you got to think the last batter or two of the game. Runner goes. Pitch is hit to right field down the line, and it is a foul ball. It would have been the game-winning hit, but it goes just foul at the last second down the right field line. Shelley will come back to bat. Runner has to go all the way back to first. That was hit down the right field line, and it just did not stay fair. Oh, that would have been an unbelievable way to end the night. Instead, a foul ball, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Again, if you just put it in play, you don't know what the field's going to do. Swinging a ground ball, third base side, it's foul. Down the third base line. So again, another close call, nearly a potential game-winning hit right there from Shelley. But instead, a foul ball, and it's still a ball and 2 strikes. Plate is still visible, but not by a lot as we come up on 11 o'clock here tonight. 1-2 to Shelley. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, routine play there, going to second and the out there. And we are going to extra innings. We'll see. Thinking that's going to be it. And even if not, if this game does not continue tonight, this feels like a loss right now for the Express, the way that they have let Front Royal get back into the game here in the top of the 9th inning, and now tied going to the 10th inning. Rain is absolutely flying down right now, and I just don't see how they're going to continue here. We'll see what the decision is, but for now, the umpires are hovering in front of home plate. Now the umpires are going to consult, so White's not going to get warmed up, which will drag things on. And we'll see what the decision is here. The thing is, if you start this inning, then in my opinion, you would need to finish it. Front Royal would need to pitch in this as well. That's what my concern is. I don't see them, even if you start this top of the 10th inning, I don't see being able to finish the bottom of the 10th. So we'll see here if they're going to keep him on the field or pull him off. I'm thinking it's going to be it, but we'll see. Yes, White hasn't even gotten on he's got dirt and stuff in his cleats to throw a pitch. And that's going to be it. So after a long night at the park, it's going to end in a 10-10 suspension going to the top of the 10th inning, it appears. Worst outcome, I guess, for all of us is do all this time just to have a game that's not even going to end up probably finishing here, because they'll just likely pick it up later in the week when they go to Front Royal. Strasburg would be the considered home team to finish that game playing in Front Royal, but yeah, I just don't see any way here that the game's going to continue as discussions going on down on the field. And bringing coaches over from Front Royal now to discuss this. Yeah, it's just conditions are getting worse and worse. But again, Strasburg, you look back on it, they gave up 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. This was a game that they should have won. And now they're going to potentially risk losing this game whenever it does finish, which it looks like it won't be tonight, potentially picking it up on Friday before the 7 o'clock 9-inning game against the Cardinals. So discussions continue on here, but again, it's going to feel like a loss for all of us involved, being here as long as we have and then not being able to finish the game one way or the other. So awaiting information from the field here as we come up on 11 o'clock. Everybody's shaking hands, so that's it. So this game will be completed prior to the regularly scheduled game against Front Royal on Friday night. That's what we're thinking, unofficially at this point. And that's where, unfortunately, we're going to end here tonight. Again, a suspension, that's what we'll put into our stats program. And unfortunately, that's where we stand here. 10-10, heading to the 10th. And that's all she wrote for now. And, yeah, beyond that, don't know what else to say. Unfortunately, just the way the weather has worked tonight, it wasn't here, and then it has shown up in a big way. So that will do it for tonight's game. 10-10 suspended in the 10th inning. And make sure to head over to the Valley League site. We'll have more information tomorrow evening on our broadcast here at 7 o'clock. We're going to have to sleep quick as the Express will host the Harrisonburg Turks in a makeup game. And we look forward to talking to you again then. Again, we want to thank everyone who has stuck along with us for the night. It's been a long evening, and it finishes in a frustrating way. Suspension 10-10 due to rain. We want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. We look forward to talking to you again tomorrow night from First Bank Park in Strasburg. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.